Cristiano Ronaldo's World Cup story, the dream that never came true. There are footballers, there are champions, there are icons, and then there is Cristiano Ronaldo, a boy from Madeira who became one of the greatest players football has ever seen. He won in England, he conquered Spain, he dominated Europe, he lifted league titles, Champions Leagues, Ballon d'Or trophies, golden boots, and records that may never be broken. But there is one dream, one trophy, one Mrs. Chapter that still follows his story, the FIFA World Cup. This is not just a story about goals. This is a story about ambition, pressure, heartbreak, tears, and a dream that refused to die. This is Cristiano Ronaldo's World Cup story, the dream that never came true. Welcome to World Cup Pulse, every match, every moment. Cristiano Ronaldo was not born into football royalty. He was born on the island of Madeira, far from the biggest stadiums, far from the bright lights, far from the world that would one day chant his name. His family did not have everything. Life was not easy, but Cristiano had something powerful, a dream. As a child, he was emotional, hungry, obsessed. Football was not just a game for him. It was his escape, his identity, his future. People saw a skinny boy, but inside that boy was a fire. He wanted to become the best in the world, not good, not great, the best. At Sporting Lisbon, people started to notice. At Manchester United, the world started to believe. Sir Alex Ferguson gave him guidance. Old Trafford gave him a stage, and Ronaldo transformed from a talented winger into a machine. Goals, discipline, power, speed, confidence. Everything changed. But even as club trophies arrived, one dream remained bigger than everything: to win the World Cup for Portugal. Germany, 2006. Cristiano Ronaldo was only 21 years old, young, fearless, explosive. Portugal had experience: Luis Figo, Deco, Ricardo Carvalho, Pauleta, and then a young Cristiano Ronaldo. Portugal were not the biggest favorites, but they had belief. They fought through the tournament. They reached the semifinal, and suddenly the dream felt real. One match away from the World Cup final, one match away from history, but standing in their way was France and Zinedine Zidane. The match was tense. The pressure was heavy. Then came the penalty. Zidane scored. Portugal lost. Ronaldo's first World Cup dream ended in heartbreak. But he was young. The world said, he will be back. He has time. This is only the beginning. Nobody knew how painful the journey would become. South Africa, 2010. Cristiano Ronaldo was no longer just a young star. He was one of the faces of world football, a superstar, a captain, a player carrying the hopes of Portugal. Every camera followed him. Every fan expected magic. Every opponent feared him. Portugal needed Ronaldo to deliver. Against North Korea, he finally scored his first World Cup goal. The celebration was full of relief. The pressure was lifted. Maybe now the tournament would open for him. But football rarely follows the perfect script. Portugal faced Spain in the round of 16. Spain controlled the ball. Portugal defended. Ronaldo waited for one moment, one chance, one opening, but it never truly came. David Villa scored. Spain won. Portugal were out. Another World Cup ended. Another dream disappeared. Ronaldo walked away frustrated because for players like him, losing is not just losing. It is pain. It is fuel. It is a memory that never leaves. Brazil, 2014. This was supposed to be his tournament. Cristiano Ronaldo had just won another Ballon d'Or. He was at the peak of his powers, a global superstar, a goal-scoring monster, a player many believed could drag Portugal through anything. But then came the cruelest opponent: injury. Ronaldo arrived in Brazil carrying physical problems. He was not fully himself, and Portugal suffered immediately. Germany destroyed them, 4-0. It was brutal. Then came a dramatic draw against the United States. Portugal was still alive, but barely. Ronaldo fought, he assisted, he pushed, he tried to carry the team on a body that was not ready. Against Ghana, Portugal won, but it was too late. They were eliminated in the group stage for Ronaldo. Brazil 2014 was not just disappointment, it was helplessness. Because the mind was willing, but the body was not. And for the first time, some people wondered, would Cristiano Ronaldo ever truly get another big World Cup chance? But Ronaldo's story has never been about giving up. After 2014, he kept climbing, he kept scoring, he kept breaking records, and then, in 2016, Portugal finally had their moment. Not at the World Cup, but at the Euros. Ronaldo was injured in the final. He cried. He left the pitch. But even from the sideline, he became a leader, shouting, guiding, pushing his teammates. Portugal won Euro 2016 for the first time. Cristiano Ronaldo lifted a major international trophy. It was one of the most emotional nights of his career. Portugal had done it. Ronaldo had done it. But still, one trophy was missing: the World Cup. Euro glory healed some wounds, but it did not complete the dream, because the World Cup stands alone. It is the trophy every footballer imagines as a child, and Cristiano still wanted it. Russia, 2018. Ronaldo was 33. Some people said he was getting older. Some said Portugal could not rely on him forever. Some wondered if his greatest days were behind him. Then Portugal faced Spain, and Cristiano Ronaldo gave the world a reminder: a penalty, 1-0, a mistake from the goalkeeper, 2 goals. Then Spain fought back. The match reached its final moments. Portugal had a free kick. Ronaldo stood over the ball. The stadium waited. The world watched. He breathed, he stepped forward, and he scored a hat-trick against Spain at the World Cup. One of the greatest individual performances in tournament history. That night, Ronaldo looked unstoppable. The dream was alive again. He scored against Morocco, too. Portugal moved forward, but then came Uruguay. Edinson Cavani scored twice. Portugal lost. Ronaldo helped Cavani leave the pitch when he was injured, a gesture of respect. But inside, another dream had ended once again. Cristiano Ronaldo left the World Cup without the trophy. Qatar 2022. This one felt different. Ronaldo was 37. Every match carried emotion. Every touch felt historic. Every question was the same: is this his last World Cup? Portugal had talent everywhere: Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, João Felix, Rafael Leão. A new generation had arrived, and Ronaldo was still there, the captain, the symbol, the man everyone watched. He scored against Ghana, and with that goal, he made history again, scoring in 5 different World Cups. No male player had ever done it before. Another record, another chapter, another proof of greatness. But the tournament became complicated. Questions grew. Pressure increased. Portugal won big against Switzerland, but Ronaldo started on the bench. For the first time, the world saw something painful. Cristiano Ronaldo, the man who had carried Portugal for years, watching from the side. Then came Morocco, the quarterfinal. Portugal expected to win. Fans expected a semifinal, maybe even one last run. But Morocco shocked the world. 1 goal, 1 wall of defense, 1 historic upset. Portugal could not break through. The final whistle blew, and then came the image that football fans will never forget. Cristiano Ronaldo walking down the tunnel in tears, not angry, not shouting, just broken. Because everyone understood what those tears meant. This was not only a lost match. This was a dream slipping away, maybe forever. The World Cup, the one trophy he wanted more than anything, was gone again. But is the story truly over? That is the question. Most players would accept the ending. Most players would walk away. Most players would say, I gave everything. But Cristiano Ronaldo is not most players. He kept playing. He kept scoring. He kept representing Portugal. He kept saying with his actions that the fire was still there. And now there is one final possibility. FIFA World Cup 2026. Could he do it one more time? Could he become the first player to appear in 6 World Cups? Could he write the most dramatic final chapter in football history? It sounds impossible, but Ronaldo's career has been built on making the impossible feel possible. People doubted the boy from Madeira. He proved them wrong. People doubted him in England. He proved them wrong. People doubted him in Spain. He proved them wrong. People doubted his longevity. He proved them wrong. People doubted him after Qatar. And still, he continues, still training, still scoring, still chasing, still believing. That is why Ronaldo's World Cup story is so powerful. Because it is not just about winning. It is about refusing to stop dreaming. Even if Cristiano Ronaldo never wins the World Cup, his legacy is already immortal. He changed the meaning of discipline in football. He showed that talent is only the beginning. That greatness requires sacrifice, pain, obsession, consistency, and belief when nobody else believes. Millions of fans around the world did not just watch Ronaldo. They learned from him. They saw a player who demanded more from himself every single day. They saw a man who hated losing because he loved winning so deeply. So can Ronaldo finally win the World Cup trophy in 2026? Subscribe to World Cup Pulse for more emotional football stories, World Cup history, and legendary moments. World Cup Pulse. Every match, every moment.